thank you all for coming today to our first Chamber Brews and News. This is something we've talked about for a couple months now, and we're excited to kind of get the membership all together and network, kind of meet everyone. So thank you guys for coming out. Hopefully it just continues to grow and more people come out. Thank you to Charles too at Applebee's for hosting it. They've been great working with the Chamber. Charles especially helps us with a lot of different things. So thank you so much for that. Yeah. I did pass out a little packet here. The second page, if you look at that, that's our schedule of upcoming events. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what the Chamber has coming up. On August the 12th, we do have our annual golf tournament coming up. That'll be out at Veterans Memorial Park. We're currently all full on teams. We have a wait list, but we do have some sponsorships available. If you have a business that would be willing to sponsor, we are doing t-shirts this year with the whole sign, so that's a new addition that your sponsorship would include. The next flyer that you'll see there, that's a new thing that we're doing in partnership with Midstate and Northside. It's called Fill the Trucks. So over at Northside, they have a truck in their showroom, and the bed of that truck they're just trying to fill with any school supplies. So any donations that you guys might have or any way that you could help us advertise, we really want to fill that up, as many school supplies as we can get, and then at our back to school bash we will be handing those out to the local kids, the school supplies. And actually, if you look at the next flyer, that is our back to school bash. This is going to be Saturday, August the 19th out at Veterans Park from 2 to 4 p.m. We've partnered with a lot of great businesses. We have WVU Medicine, Save the Children, the Health Department, Camden Family Health. Seneca is also bringing, I think they're bringing their truck. So a lot of people are bringing their mobile units. We're also allowing any members to come and set up a booth. It's free of charge. All you have to do is let me know how much space you need. You can pass out goodies to the kids. You can pass out information. However you can connect to the community, kind of draw in some business, let them know where you're at and what you do. So just a way to kind of get your name out there. The next thing there is our home game t-shirt sling. We started this last year and it really was a hit. I think we gave out probably around 700 shirts. We threw out at all Summersville Middle School, Nicholas County High School, and New Life Christian Academy basketball games, as well as football games, and then New Life's volleyball games. So a lot of games, we were there throwing out t-shirts, and the way that works is basically you sponsor, you put your name on the back, and then it's a good way to get your name out there as well. It's kind of like a walking billboard. The athletic director at the Summersville Middle School, she told me that there wasn't a day that goes by that she didn't see a kid wearing one of those shirts in the hallways. So it definitely was effective. I know I see people at Walmart all the time wearing them. So it definitely, it does what we meant for it to do, and the kids really enjoy it. The fans are always screaming and waving their hands trying to get those t-shirts. So a lot of fun. I only have 2 sponsorship spots left on that for this year. And the way that works is if you sponsor one year, you have the first option from then on out to either be a sponsor again or to give your sponsorship up and let someone else do it. So we have 2 spots open right now. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. After that is the Taste of Nicholas. This is something else that we started last year. It's kind of Ashley's baby. She had this idea. She wanted to get all of the local food establishments together and let the community come in and kind of get a taste of what they offer. Maybe you've never been over to Fat Eddie's and you wanted to try something. It's a good way to get something for as little as $1, get a sample, and then that way you can go out to the business and actually enjoy their food out there. So that'll be at Kirkwood Winery, September the 7th from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. Basically, we'll have a lot of live entertainment. We'll have all of the restaurants that will participate, any cafes, catering, food trucks, anything like that that's willing to come out. They'll be set up and they'll have food samples. It's free to come in, so you can come and just listen to the entertainment for free, or you can purchase sampling tickets, and then they're only $1. You go around to the different tables and you spend your tickets just like it's money. So the samples will range from one ticket to 5 tickets, and you can just try everything. And then at the end you get a vote for what you like the best. So that brings me, let me see. If you look on your schedule, I don't have a flyer for this yet, but if you look on your schedule, there are some lunch and learns. September the 26th from 11:30 to 12:30, we've partnered with SBA and West Virginia Microloans. Out at the Nicholas County Senior Center, we'll be hosting a lunch and learn about how microloans can benefit your business and how to apply for those. So that will be out there, and the registration is already open. The flyer will be available soon. In October, we'll host another lunch and learn. Jason will actually be doing that on cybersecurity, and the location to that is, we're still trying to figure that one out. November the 2nd is our annual banquet. That'll be out at Summersville Arena and Conference Center. November the 14th will be our final lunch and learn of the year. That's going to be Summersville behind the scenes. If you guys came to that last year, it was a really big hit. We had, I think, 72 people attend that one. You'll hear an update from the Chamber, the CVB, County Commission, and the Mayor of Summersville. So a lot of really good information. Great way to see what's been going on in the past year and where we're looking at in the future. November 16th through the 18th will be our Shop Local event. We call that Pink Weekend. A lot of businesses, Ashley, do you remember how many businesses we had last year that participated?
It was like 22 or 24. It was pretty large.
Yes, and I only heard good things.
It was really hard for the people participating to do it all in 2 days. So this year it's going to be a 3-day event, so it'll start Thursday and run through Saturday.
So every business, I mean, they've all had good things to say. They've seen increased foot traffic, social media traffic, really beneficial to the business. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely get with Ashley or get with me and talk about that. It's free to participate in that. We do a lot of advertising. The only thing really that we ask for is just a donation to the raffle. But definitely, if you have a business, definitely something to look into. The last thing that we have there coming up for this year is December the 26th through the 30th. That's a new event, and I'm actually really excited about this. It is looking like it's going to provide a very large economic increase here. It's going to have a really big impact here in our area. So definitely something to get excited about, but I'm actually going to let Jason talk in depth about that.
Sure. I'll probably sit stand over here. So.
Yeah, so the camera can see you.
All right. And then if you're close to me, it'll pick me up. Awesome. Hey, before I talk about Winter Classic, let me say thank you. Thank you for coming to our first Chamber News and Brews that we've had. Kind of an idea that we've been talking about for a while now. I think Craig approached me, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. We talked about this, had this conversation. And then Charles came up to me and said, hey, I really want to see this happen. I'm going to host it, which was really cool. So let me ask you to do something for me. I would like for you to commit to the next one. And here's why I want you to commit to the next one. Because eventually we're going to see this thing and we want a little more people. We want more networking happening. I walked in the building and I won't use names because I might mess those names up, but we had a design person saying, hey, I want to see that new RV place that's on the road because that's a pretty cool place. I want to meet them, and they got a chance to meet immediately, okay? Those are the things that we want to see out of the Chamber News and Brews. Now, a side part of that is, yes, I want to see, I want you guys to know the events that we're going to do, and that's good. And then that way you know where to help out, what to do, and where we're headed. And I think that's so important. So Lindsay, our executive director, gave you that list. So let me real quick, okay, touch on some big things that are happening with this Winter Classic. So this Winter Classic is going to be from December the 26th through the 30th. That first day is going to be middle school games, and then the next 4 days will be high school boys and high school girls. There are 40 games in those 5 days, okay, 8 games a day, and there's 44 different schools that are going to participate. Now, not all schools are going to come and stay here, that's for sure, but some of them will. And I'll give you an example of that. We've had one school already schedule 20 rooms at one of our local hotels for one night. So that's the kind of economic impact that's going to happen. Not only are they going to stay, but they're going to come and eat. They're going to come and shop. They're going to do things that a team would normally do. I've been a part of a team. I've coached a team. I've played. I understand those tournaments are fun. We get a chance to build camaraderie amongst our team, and that's what I'm excited for about those players and coaches. All of the coaches have been very gracious. They've been really excited about the event, and again, we have this amazing facility in our small town, the Arena and Conference Center, that maybe doesn't get the credit that it deserves. So hopefully this event will showcase the Armory. I've had a lot of coaches call and say, we just want to play there. We've never played there. We've driven by, seen it. I've seen some pictures, but I just want to play there. So that's really cool. So we didn't print the schedule. The schedule's on our website. If you go to summersvillechamber.com and then you click Winter Classic, you're going to see the schedule. The reason we didn't print that schedule is ever changing. It's a very fluid event if you start talking about high school teams and middle school teams and coaches. So it is full. We are not looking for teams at the moment. We have about a 12-team waiting list for 2024 already. So I think it's going to go well, and I think hopefully this thing just continues. But if you want to look at that schedule, you can. We did print the sponsorship opportunities. And again, foremost, we are looking to raise money for the Chamber for sure. I don't think that needs to be a secondary deal. It really does need to be the first. That's kind of the whole reason that Ashley said, hey, what about a basketball tournament? But the reality is this: if you can help, great. If you can't help, totally all right. There is plenty of chances to volunteer, plenty of chances to just pitch in. And I'm not going to go through that entire thing, but if you look through there, you're going to see some of our presenting sponsors. You're going to see about the event. You're going to see about the Arena and Conference Center. If you don't know anything about that or never been inside of that building, it is an excellent venue for all of those things. And then that last page is that sponsorship package. And if that's something that you want to do and you want to commit to that, fantastic. I will point out at the very bottom of that page, we have a level, and it's called custom. And it's just that. Some people are doing some things that are helping us out other than financial. And I think that's important. Well, I don't ever want to overlook that, and if that's something you can do, say, hey, I can provide a couple hours of just running something at the event, or what would you want me to run? That is where that custom part comes in. So I just want you to be excited about that. I'm really pumped about this. So we have found a person out of Charleston that does the economic impact of an event. So they're going to get some numbers from us, and we're going to get some data to them, and hopefully we'll have this study so that when all of that's finished, then we can stand up here and give you something that says, here's the impact. My guess is it's going to be pretty large with all those kids and teams and people, and yeah. So it'll be a fun event. One thing I want to do with the Chamber News and Brews is this. I don't want us just up here telling you what it's going to be about. I want us to have that conversation of, well, hey Jason, what about this? Or hey Lindsay, what about these things? That's what we want. So I think at the moment, before we turn it over to Charles, is there any of those events that you guys looked at and you said, hey man, I have a question about it, or that you need to know maybe some more details about it?
What are the sponsorship levels for the Winter Classic?
What is it?
What are the sponsorship levels across?
So that very last page, yeah, you keep moving there. There you go. Yep.
This one that you're still looking for a place, October 24th,
Yes.
how many are you looking to?
Usually lunch and learns are 30 to 40 is what we usually plan for. Sometimes they've been lower than that.
And we have a multi-purpose room up at Seneca that's no cost.
Yeah.
And it, you know, has a little kitchenette facility, and we do lunch, you know, things like that all the time. People cater, bring it in, and that's available. In fact, I make sure that it's available that day, but you can welcome to use it that day
Okay.
if you are still looking.
That
for a
would be
place.
great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Where's that
Thank
at?
you.
It's at Seneca Health Services, and it's up right above Burger King.
Okay.
And we have a large multi-purpose room, and we have plenty of parking and stuff like that. So.
Because we
It's gonna
do.
have two big screens.
I got a
on
question
that
for
one
you.
too,
Yes.
so you can
And it has an
present
exterior
really
door.
nice
Yeah.
and present.
Exterior entrance, bathroom.
And you can get in it from not going through Seneca, right?
Yes,
It's like the
that's,
side.
yes, we
That's
designed
kinda
it that
cool.
way so
Okay.
that people in the community
Okay.
can use it for things,
I had a
just like
question.
this.
We do a quarterly meeting, and typically we just pick a random place from here in Lewisburg. It's kind of central to our area.
Mhm.
Would that be something we would be able to use that for? Or
What-
talk to?
What time is your meeting?
Usually from like 10 to
During the
4,
day?
10 to 5. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Just, I'll give you my email.
Yeah.
And then I can make sure that there's, your
Okay.
dates are.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
The entire purpose of Chamber News and Brews, right there, wrapped up in a nutshell. That's what we want. And I think the more we do this, the more people that come in. But really, right, the propaganda comes from us, right? If we go back and say, hey, will you come to News and Brews? That's where it starts. So, any other thing about any of those events?
I do want to say about the Winter Classic, as he's talking about the teams, we actually have with 44 teams, right, that are committed right now on our schedule. So it's 5 days, it's all day long. The first day is middle school, the other 4 are high school. But right now we have 44 teams, and we actually have a wait list for this year too. So it's going to, and it's not like just local teams. We have a couple of local teams playing, but we have people coming from
We do.
all the way north to all the way south.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
So to talk about impact a little bit too, I pulled up some sales data because I was just curious. The last time they held a tournament like this in Beckley, it wasn't even in Summersville. I experienced a 27% increase in sales and 24% increase in foot traffic. So it was even being in Beckley. So I can't imagine what we're going to experience
Yeah.
here
You experienced those sales in Summersville?
in Summersville
and
from
they
Beckley.
had the tournament in Beckley.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And a great thing too about those sponsorship packets is almost, I think actually every package there includes an ad in our event program. So you could actually drive that foot traffic to your business by just putting like a coupon available for tournament week only, 10% off or whatever, just to kind of drive that traffic from the arena into your business.
I mean, even since we're still on that Winter Classic, even talking about that, like a halftime show. You know how you go to a Mountaineer game and they do the shopping carts and they got all the kids and they're throwing the balls in the shopping cart. Whoever wins gets a prize. We're looking for things like that. We've got several that's already signed up for that, but even so, that's just cool. It's another way that you can get your name out there and again drive business towards your way.
Even we're going to be giving every player a bag, even if you just have a pin with your name on it that you want to put in the bags, or any way that you can promote your business, the players, the coaches, the fans that are going to be there. Really, that's one of the major reasons that we're having this, is just
If you do
to
trinkets,
promote.
how many trinkets do we need to give you?
We're looking at 1,000 bags. So that would include all players and 3 coaches for each team.
Yeah, and the bags are gonna be a little bit different day to day because we can't expect one
Right.
business to
Right.
give 1,000 items. But like, middle school will have its own day, so it's possible if you can only give like 200 pieces of something that can just go in middle school, or it can go in a specific day. So don't feel like you have to give 1,000 pens or 1,000 pieces
Right.
or whatever. Because all of those bags are gonna end up being a little bit different.
And if you don't have promotional stuff and you want to buy a Gatorade for each kid and put your business card on it, that's okay too. Chips, anything like that that the kids can pull out, they can see who donated it, and it's really good. And coaches, anything at all.
And just something to add, I don't know if we hit on this really good, but we're gonna need tons of volunteers. So if you're interested, if it's just one day or one afternoon or one morning, we made a list, and I think we need like 18 workers at all times to work the table at the entrance, to make sure that the locker rooms don't have just random people walking in, and people sweeping the floor. There's lots of things. We have 15 board members, and our board members are expected to be there, but at the same time, we can't expect them to give up their day to day for 5 days in a row all day long. So I think if there's any way you guys can help with the capacity, or you have a spouse or just anybody that's looking for something to do during those days, and we could definitely use extra hands.
We have a bunch of cots at the city building that we use during catastrophic times. We'll donate them to the Armory for the board.
We've already laughed about that a little bit.
So I got another question. You talked about the program. Is that going to be free to the people, or are you going to sell those?
I think we talked to, Ashley, was it $5 we were going to do the program? Or
Yeah, I think so.
I think we were going to do $5 for the program. It's going to include a page for every team. So it'll include pictures of the kids, the team schedule, if we can get that, and then a lot of advertisement, of course, for our local area. But if you've ever been to like state tournaments, we're kind of basing it off of what they have there.
Yeah.
That goes in there.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea for restaurants that are advertising here, put people on.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they'll get a wristband every day, so that's a way that you can bring your wristband to the restaurant and get 10% off or something of this
Yeah.
nature. So
Or if you want to drive traffic to your website, put a QR code for your website. Those are really popular. People like scanning those. Or, a QR code to your schedule, what time you're open. Whatever you're looking really to promote would be good on your advertisement.
So before we turn it back over to our host today, one of the other things I meant to mention and I forgot to is you see all those events that we put down there. I don't ever want you to feel like you can't come and ask or come and present an idea to us. We are always looking to do something different, and I think that's a good thing, but we've got to open that communication. So this is one way that we're opening that communication a little bit better. So anything, I always tell when we sit down and we start brainstorming events, I always like to make this statement because I think it's so true. Nothing is off limits. Don't feel like anything is off limits. Come and talk to us about anything. Now, is there going to be things maybe we can't tell you? Absolutely, sure. But what we want is voices heard and ideas out there. So I think that's always good for us to do that, especially for our members. So please feel that way. Okay, I think it's for our host, Mr. Charles. He's been so gracious to give us a place to meet this morning, and he's going to kind of tell a little bit about his operation and what he's been doing here at Applebee's. And we'll turn the floor over to Charles.
Thank you guys for coming this morning. We're really excited to host this event to get more involved. A couple years ago, we were actually bought out by Applebee's 100% franchise, so they're all independently owned now in the United States. We just bought the last 13 from Applebee's International in North Carolina just this past year. So we own 149 Applebee's all the way from Kansas to North Carolina. So we're part of Thrive Restaurant Group, and our whole motto is to love people with food. And we've really been doing that lately. We've actually donated over $7,000 this year just to local organizations, community schools, with our Together We Care Tuesday program. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but anybody that wants to set up on a Tuesday at Applebee's, they schedule a day with us, they set up at the front door, they collect donations at the front door, and we have a select menu item of 5 Applebee's favorites that they get 50% of the sale of those items for that whole Tuesday. And I've had organizations raise, I had a couple in here the other day that was raising money to go see their kid graduate from BMT, basic military training from the Air Force. They raised $300 to New Life Christian Academy, who raised over $1,700. So it's been great for local community organizations. The other thing up and coming, starting August 7th, is our all-you-can-eat boneless wing promotion, of course, but it also starts our Alex Lemonade Stand campaign, where we raise money for childhood cancer research. So if you stop by Applebee's anytime from August 7th, I think it's to September 17th, we have $5 bounce back cards for the first 100 people who come and donate $5. So you donate $5 to a great cause, you get $5 back to spend at Applebee's on your next visit. So it's a great program. If you guys are ever looking for door prizes, donations, anything that you guys might need, if you want to set up a meeting here during lunchtime, typically we run 2 sections during lunch. We leave this one kind of open in case something like that would happen. Anything you guys have going on, just let us know. We'd love to help you guys out. All right. That's just a little bit about us. Applebee's in Summersville is also one of the training locations for Applebee's. So Applebee's managers train here. If you guys ever have any questions, comments, concerns, definitely let us know. We also, a lot of people don't know we have a great catering program. So I have these to pass out today. So if anybody wants these, so most of our catering items feed 6 to 8 people. They've got a great price point right now. So if you guys are ever looking to do meetings at your place of business, you can pick it up right outside Carside to go, take it to your business, and we'll provide that for you. All right. Thank you guys for your time and for being here this morning.
Awesome. Good job. All right. Did anyone have anything that they wanted to say about your business or what you have coming up? Anything you wanted to add? No? All right. I think that's it for me. If you guys want to kind of mingle among yourselves, you're welcome to. Charles has provided some Cinnabons, some donuts, so make sure you get yourself something, some coffee. But thank you guys for being here today. I appreciate it.
Sorry,
Yeah, no,
I'll
go
chime
ahead.
in soon. Seneca Health Services is going to be sponsoring and drawing attention to Overdose Awareness Day on August 31st. You might see some purple balloons and little pinwheels around town. That is the project we're working on now. And then Save a Life Day is in Appalachian, all of the Appalachian states from West Virginia, Pennsylvania, all the way down to, I believe we've just had Alabama join in. All the Appalachian states are going to be participating in Save a Life Day on September 14th. And we'll be set up all over town, all over, we do mobile from Birch River, Craigsville, Richwood, into all 4 counties that Seneca covers for Narcan distribution. So we have a lot of Narcan to give away on that day, and we usually give it away plus some of our own supplies. So if you see the purple pinwheels, just remember that that's in remembrance and awareness for overdose awareness, and then Save a Life Day will be red for the Narcan distributions on September 14th.
Do you do the Narcan training
I
and
do.
just you
And
do
I'll
that at any
I'll bring
time?
Narcan to any of your businesses to have in the in your emergency supplies and yeah.
So if a business wanted to contact you and maybe have all of their staff
Absolutely.
trained and
Absolutely,
awesome.
I can bring, do the trainings, provide the Narcan. We have stickers, you can put it up at your registers, windows, things like that. It's a good thing to have, and I hope you never have to use it, but I want you to have it if you ever need it.
Kim, before our festival?
Yes.
I would like for you to come and
Absolutely.
do that for us, because, I mean, you hate to have to think that you have to have that stuff on site, but we have a big
Right.
crowd, and I want to be prepared. So we'll do that before the 15th of September, so.
Did anyone else have anything they'd like to throw in? Any specials going on? You're welcome to share.
The only thing I'd like to say, Lindsay, is, under the leadership of Mary Ann Taylor, I don't know if y'all noticed, but we got our big billboard up that there's been a project in coming many years. And so ideally, that billboard, electronic billboard, is to promote what's happening at the Iranian Conference Center. But we'll also be using it for community activities and different things happening. So what you need to do is just call, even like your events, Brews and News, all that. I don't know, we were supposed to have a message on it already, but I don't know if there's some technical difficulties, but it will be up in operation soon. But even like your chamber events or any other events, even your events, that's what we put it in for, is so that it could be used to promote the community.
So might it say like last night there was something going on at the pavilion and we drove by and didn't know what it was. So might it say like
Yes,
downtown
yes.
pavilion?
The only thing that'll trump what's going on is if there's something at the conference center. But again, the message changes. It doesn't change a lot because there's all kinds of DOT regulations on how often they can change. But yeah, I mean if there's something big, but even like your tournament will be out there welcoming, and then giving information and yeah. So.
Are there fees involved with advertising on there?
But it's we're not gonna advertise business. It's gonna be like your
Events.
your event events yeah. That's what it's for, is events. And then if it's not an event, it'll be just welcome information, that kind of stuff. It's exciting.
Do we email Mary Ann
Yeah.
if we
Yeah,
have
it's
something?
right out of the conference. Yeah.
She'll just decide if it's appropriate or not.
That's great. Thank you. I provided a packet for everyone today. You guys are welcome to take that with the schedule. That way you know what we have going on. But also some of your flyers, you'll notice they're on cardstock. If you want to help us advertise these events, just throw this ad up in your business. We'd really appreciate it. That way we can kind of let the community know what we have going on as well. That's all for me.